Right now, you are seeing us on our stage, which is in the Chelsea Piers. It's built in the inside of a pier in Chelsea, in New York City.
On the other side of these brick walls are the grip department, the camera department, craft service department, where people get to eat constantly. Those are the elevators. Former police commissioners over to our mayor, Michael Bloomberg. Obviously, the set dressing changed after September 11th. Stuff is real, or as real as we can make it. All the cases that take place in our squad room are about major case squad, MCS.
But schizophrenics, more than any other group, are more prone to visual hallucinations.
You're not suggesting that this was an experiment?
You eliminate greed and sadism, what's left?
Experimental surgery without informed consent, without supervision, that's good for a trip up the river.
We made everything as practical as possible so that we have to do as little lighting as possible so that we can walk in and out of here as though it were a true environment. And as we've been here for now 2.5 years, what you'll see is that the floors have gotten beaten up and the walls have gotten beaten up and things that are on the desks seem to have gained some age.
It's horse manure.
This is an interesting room. This tends to be the place where people get booked. This is the holding cell over here. Not terribly comfortable. We had a great scene in Zoonotic here, which was about these guys that had infected these people with animal viruses, and we sort of used these bars as kind of a zoo.
He infected them.
No, it was him. Look at him. So full of himself. The veterinarian, wallowing in the muck with his animals.
The interview room.
Did your mother have any enemies?
If it's really bad and you've been arrested, it happens in the interrogation room. If it hasn't quite hit the fan yet, the interview room is really where you'll be.
He said he was a police officer.
We like to try and build everything with windows that face everything else so that you get background and depth.
We're so sorry for your loss, especially now you're getting married.
We haven't set a date yet. We just met 3 months ago at a benefit, and we...
Wow, 3 months. Whirlwind romance.
We have the areas that we like to work in because it's easy. Like at our desks, we're pretty much lit. These are papers, and I probably shouldn't tell you this, but a lot of the time when we're looking at these papers, we have our lines written down on them because we're too tired to remember them.
Stern offered to roll on Borman for the murder of Officer Davis.
How much time just on the assaults?
A lot of detectives have pictures of their kids, pictures of their wives and children. Detective Gorn says there's not a whole lot that speaks to character. What he's got is books on crime and human nature. He's got personality psychology, the science of individuality, with an occasional car magazine.
It's the Smithsonian article in the new library in Alexandria. When Edwards mentioned smoke detectors, it didn't ring a bell.
You actually read this when it came out?
The magazine's the perfect size for my treadmill.
You want to see my locker? This is my locker, Eames. Apparently, I've been to Venice, the French Riviera, but not really.
Detective Gorn, Detective Eames, production designer, writer, transportation captain, etc. I'll take you into Deacon's office, which is where they're going to shoot right now.
All right, here we go. Lock it up.
Deacon's office, who's the captain's office. You've seen scenes in here with Gorn and Eames and Carter. What you've got out the window is a translight, which gives you the impression, when lit correctly for day or for night, that we're actually on the overlooking the window. And I will show you something kind of cool. I think if you come back around this way, you'll see that the skyline is nothing but a drape.
The perfect background. The perfect personality.
Perfect fall guy.
This is the interrogation room.
Cinder block. I know cinder block rooms. How many floors underground are we?
We're 11 floors up, Jeff. Didn't you see the buttons on the elevator?
Up is down, down is up. I know the tricks.
It's typically where Gorn breaks down. The suspect gets he or she to admit what's been going on, and it's emotional fireworks.
Thank God Detective Gorn is here to save us.
No, you just listen to me! Just listen to me now!
This is the second interrogation room. We keep clothes, and sometimes actors run their lines.
Wardrobe.
This is wardrobe. No,
Nice tie.
this is where actors come for privacy. This is where actors come to do...
Where actors come for privacy.
Privacy. This is Ronald Carver's office. Ronald Carver, when he was a kid, and that's his father, and that's his sister.
The whole thing was a sham.
We still believe Miss Hitchens is here under false pretenses. You're not entitled to access to her.
These are professional awards that he received. This says 1999, 1999. We started in the year 2000. I guess we should get a couple of things in here, which means he stopped winning awards.
I gotta go back to work.
I think that's about it. The rest of our show takes place on the streets of New York.